Hi and welcome. It's Peg. Today on Art Joyous Sharing, it was time for the April Pick-a-Stick Challenge. We started off, Shell and I started off with her drawing the sticks for the colors and the wild cards. The colors are orange and aqua, and the wild cards are glue and cat. And the first prompt is glass. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't remember to turn on my video camera on this particular frame before I got started. The first thing that I did was to use a couple of glass jars that I had on my desk and make the circles that you see in the background already. If you want to see the whole video, you can go over to Art Joyous Sharing and watch in slow real time, but this is sped up 4 times fast, and I'm just going to get some paper. It's just a piece of scratch paper I was doodling something on, and put some Elizabeth craft tape on there because I want some double-sided sticky stuff to stick this paper down with, and because the colors are that aqua and orange, I'm going to use this paper because it has some of those colors in it, and I thought it would coordinate with the circles that I have on the page already. And I'm just going to cut around some of the shapes that are already there and create a tip out for my page. I'm going to use some washi tape and some Suklang double stick tape to put that tip out in. The washi many times does not stick real well, so I use additional adhesive to hold that tip out in place. So prompt number 2 was draw, and I used a black pen to draw circles around the inked circles that I'd made with the glass jars. So I met the prompt number 2 challenge. And then prompt number 3 was to divide, and so I'm dividing this paper into pieces with my scissors and creating that tip out on the page. You know, you can interpret these prompts any way you see fit. There is no right or wrong when you're doing a pick-a-stick challenge with us. It's just a way of motivating you to think differently about your supplies and how you're going to compose something on the page. So the next prompt is saturate, and once I get this tip out glued in place, I'm going to get some water soluble ink medium that I've put into some water reservoir brushes, and I'm going to saturate the page with that water medium and add some more color into the background. So there's the washi tape. It also has that aqua color on it, and I'm going to use some glue stick and some Suklang, and make sure that this stuff stays down well because it's anchoring that additional piece onto the page. I don't do real well with cutting stuff off, so I end up using an X-Acto knife and trimming that out and making it all nice and neat and putting some extra glue stick on there to make sure that that washi stays down. And about this time, Shell started feeling not real good. So I'm pulling out an extra piece of that paper. I don't end up using it, but I thought I might. But there's the water brushes that are holding those inks. You've probably seen Diane Reevely or some of the other people that do this filling of these water brush tanks. I like having this. I like the vivid color that's in these, and so I'm enjoying putting those marks on the page. There's that orange. There's that orange. We've got our color combo going. And I'm going to add a lot of other colors on here too. Shell was talking about, she was trying to use a specific pen, and I was trying to explain to her how they operate. So I'm going to continue to add colors here, but the next prompt, there's that pen again we're talking about. She had one that had a tank and wasn't sure about filling it, so took a break to explain a few things, and then I'm back to adding some more color. Now, I did not gesso this page, so the water-soluble ink is sinking in right away. And I'm really soaking that page with my water brush to get the ink to move around the page because, yeah, it wants to soak right in. So it's going to be a really wet, soppy mess, which is okay because, believe it or not, the next prompt in the series is mop. So I will be mopping up some of the moisture once I get my colors down here. So these are, can't remember the brand of these particular water brushes, but excuse me, any water brush will do. And you could use any water medium. You could use your watercolors in a pan. You could use your clean, what is it? Clear color, clean color pens, all of that. So now you see, mop came out and I mopped up the wet, and then number 6, which is the last prompt that is given for a page, is scratch. So I'm going to do some scratchy lettering on here and get my quote. And the other, because we have multiple prompts, I typically use the wild cards as well as the 6 pick a stick challenge prompts. So I'm gluing down some cats because those are the wild cards, glue and cat. And my quote is all about kitty cats too. I just go online and look for something that I think is going to be fun to use with this particular page. And the quote I've chosen for this particular page is, "There are only 2 things that this woman can't resist, her cat and her other cat." And so I have 2 kitty cats on the page. I'm going to put another die cut of a woman on the opposite side of the page on the tip out and do a little bit of doodling and, you know, finish out the background. I'll give you some final shots and wish that my compadre Shell feels better because she had to leave us halfway through the show because she was not feeling very well. So hoping everything is okay at her house and sending warm wishes to her and her family. We don't need any more sickness in our lives at this time. I want to thank you for joining me on my channel and watching this video. If you're new to my channel and you like what you're seeing here, please consider subscribing, sharing, liking, all of the things that we ask you to do, just so that YouTube knows that this video content is something that you enjoy and is important to you. I am coating these pieces with some matte medium because this is water soluble. It will move if I don't seal it. So getting my matte medium out, coating my page, and then I will use some markers to do some shadowing. I like the big brush marker for that. The other thing that the gel medium helps is because now this page is sealed, I can take a wet finger and I can move that marker and get it to blend in. So now it's about finishing touches, putting down the doodling for the background, putting some shadowing in on the circles, and the page will be pretty much complete. If you're not a member of Art Joy is Sharing and you would like to join and do these pick a stick challenges or any of the other challenges that we have, or see the other content that people are contributing, like the people that are watching today may do a pick a stick, and you can see how they've interpreted this. You need to go to Facebook and request to join, and then once you request to join, you want to make sure that you answer the questions. There's just a few questions. We want to make sure that you're not a robot or, some other mechanical device that's trying to access people's records. We want to keep it a safe place and know that you are human and that you really do want to join us. So just a few questions, a few seconds, and uh, we'll get to you as soon as we can and add you to the group. There are also other documents in the group. I added several documents, one of which is free content that's out there, teaching classes and things this month, art classes that are available that we're finding that we thought you might also enjoy to fill your time at home with. So check out that document. Maybe you'll find some additional training, something that you enjoy doing. There's a lot of people providing things for free right now. I just added a new one today that Shell told me about that was a watercolor one that she wants to check out. So, what else is there to tell you? This month we are talking about tools and art tools specifically, and there are a number of artists that have joined us to provide videos for you about their take on this month's subject matter. So I hope you come and join us and enjoy the camaraderie that we have while we're staying at home by being in an art community. So here's my final page. You can see the flip out, the tip out, whatever you want to call it, and the doodling. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.